The cool thing about our sport, about bass fishing, is that it doesn't matter where you're at right now watching this. You can make it to this level, right? There is opportunity for everybody. Doesn't matter where you're from, what your cultural upbringing is. Doesn't even matter how much money you have. There is opportunity for everyone to make it. Every guy here has a story, you know, of struggle and financial problems and all of these things, but they had a dream, they wanted to make it, they had a passion, and this is a sport that actually saved a lot of guys, right? That it gave them something to hold on to and to dream about. And I know when I was 8 years old, growing up in Idaho, everyone said there's no way you're gonna fish professionally on the Bassmaster Elite Series, and I pretty much dedicated my entire life to it. And so I'm a perfect example of being able to come from a place that's not known for bass fishing and being able to make it to the top level of this sport. So if I can do it, any kid out there watching right now is able to make it.
Oh, that's better.
Every single year that I get to spend fishing on the Elite Series is special. Every moment is special. And the thing that I've realized the older I've gotten, the smarter I've gotten, is that the only moment we have is now. Everything in the past and in the future are just thoughts that are created or memories we have. But we have this moment right now, and it's something that's truly special if you can stop and you can listen to the things that are happening around you.
Well, it's day 3. I know we're gonna have to adjust. We got slightly different conditions. I've had to adjust every single day. But that also leaves the door wide open to be able to make some really big moves. So I kind of like not being locked into one thing. You know, we're gonna stay in the same area that we've been in the last 2 days. There's some of the other guys in the top 10 in there as well. Hopefully there'll be a little bit less traffic in there today and we'll be able to move around.
Jeez, that scared me. That sketched me out. What are you gonna do, buddy?
And I've tried to take that and approach my fishing that same way, right? Let things develop, not try to force things.
Well, today kind of went as planned. Ended up weighing 26 pounds. I did not get as many bites as I was hoping for, but I got the right quality of bites early on. I have no idea how the rest of this week's gonna shake out, but thankful to get a good start. That's what you need here. The crazy part is 26 pounds doesn't even have me in the lead, but definitely a good start this week. It's pretty hard to beat Clarendon County when you got that many big bass swimming around in here. So here's to getting back out there, making day 2. I still need to catch a dirty 30. Yet to catch a dirty 30 on the Elite Series. I feel like this is the week to do it. I knew coming into this week that we were gonna be forced with a bunch of changing conditions. Oh gosh, I got him. Oh, it's not giant, but it's a good start.
The time of year, where we're at, the weather that we had, the full moon, everything was lining up for there to be changes. My game plan though after practice was that I was gonna spend a lot of my time targeting staging fish. I wasn't getting the bites. I was running around, fishing a lot of the best stuff that I had, and those fish just seemed to have disappeared. And as anglers over time, you gain the experience and knowledge to say, like, things aren't going right, I need to adjust, I need to change. And I started getting that gut feeling, and I went to the bank, and I just, places that I had fished in practice, now there were beds where there was nothing before, just a couple days prior. And so I just started going down the bank.
I got her! I got her! Yeah! Gosh! Woo! Switched up to the adrenaline crawl. Tong! Told you she was big. Come on. Told you she was big. Look at that thing.
And if I saw one that I felt like looked right, I would stop, you know, analyze it, catch it if I could.
if they didn't look right, I just kept moving. I just got to make the right moves at the right time. Zig when I need to zag, or zig when I need to zig, and zag when I need to zag. I mean, there's such a fine line, especially sight fishing. You know, the best opportunity for me to do well is that those fish pull back a little bit, or that a new group of fish pulls up to those staging areas. I saw it day one how fast it can happen. I caught 3 for 16 or 17 pounds in 15 minutes. I was averaging a pound a minute. But tomorrow, you gotta be a little bit smart because we still got points involved, right? You don't wanna drop all the way down into the 40s when you could still have a top 10. So I have to play it smart, but I also gotta try to win. Yeah! That's another good one. The biggest thing for me is I've made one little change. I hadn't thrown a crankbait much. I had had a few places where I'd caught them cranking earlier in practice, but my main area I'd really mostly caught them on a jerkbait. And today I pulled out a little Rapala OG Slim, and I caught back-to-back 5.5 and a 6 1/4. And you know, that gave me a lot of confidence, because I felt like I had another tool in my arsenal now. And that's something that I can switch to tomorrow. And now I've got, you know, a rotation of baits that I can fall back on to try to make something happen. Yeah! Yeah! There's another change up. X-Zone Blitzworm. That's one of them bites we needed. Everyone, just finished up weighing day number 2. Finally broke the dirty 30. I've been trying to do that for 12 years on the Elite Series. I've come so close so many times, but finally broke 30. I had 30 pounds and an ounce today. Had an absolute blast. I'm fishing a lot of different depths this week, but a crankbait has been by far the best thing for me to catch them. Whatever depth I'm at, I've got the right bait. So when I'm fishing out deeper, I caught some today on the Stormarashi Deep 25, and then another big player has been the Rapala DT16 in Big Shad. Cranking big rods, 7.5 foot Alpha Angler Meg rebounds, and 6.3 to 1 Steez A's from Daiwa. I think that speed is a big key here, being able to move that bait a little bit faster than some of the other guys that may be cranking with the typical 5 to 1 gear ratios. It could happen again tomorrow, or the big groups of fish may never show up, and I could be stuck with 10 pounds and scrambling. So we'll see what happens. I'm gonna go do some tackle, make sure these are all fresh and re-rigged, new hooks on them, and we've got some ground to make up to take out Lee. 5-pounder to kick off day number 3, but I do believe these baits have the potential to do it. See all these dots right there? Every one of those little dots in that circle, every one of those is bass. That group just showed up. So I stick my rod up here, line it up, make my cast. The good thing is, they're still there. Got her, big one. No, not a giant. Not a giant. Told you those are bass. Told you those are bass. That was like a BP's Mega 360 school right there. So now they're pulling up on the 2D. You can see them. I saw them, look at them on live. 10 foot, they're on the 2D. That's the problem, is they follow their buddy out. They're like, hey, reconvene. They've pretty much caught the majority of my weight the last 3 days. Those 2 baits being a Rapala DT16 in Big Shad. You can see it's got all sorts of teeth marks on it. Caught a 6.8 and a 6.13 on that today. I got her! Look at that. That's how you want them to eat it. That's how you know you got the right color. And then the other one has been just a big flutter spoon. Not the Magnum flutter spoon, just the regular size, but super fun bite, right? Just giving those fish 2 different looks, right? A bait that makes them react going horizontal, and another bait that makes them react with a vertical presentation that moves up and down. So super fun. I mean, you're not just out there dragging a worm, right? These are baits that when the fish bite them, you know they got a hold of it. And caught most of my weight the last 2 days, actually all my weight the last 2 days off of 2 spots. And they're the 2 places that no one else has really been fishing. So, and just keep our fingers crossed that some 7 and 8 pounders show up instead of 5s and 6s.
Yes! 4.7 is the longest.
4.5 pounder. We're in a crazy situation. This year has been incredible. I mean, Tiffany, my wife, is 5 days past due right now, and with our first child, and we have found ourselves either in first or second in AOY. I don't know. I don't look at the points. I haven't looked at the AOY list in 8 years, but I know me and John Cox have been battling it out. So, and we have the rest of the season that are places that I'd love to go to. You know, 2 of them are pretty heavy smallmouth country. So I'm looking forward to the rest of the year. I don't know what's gonna happen. The rest of the year is gonna look different for me. I'm gonna have a newborn. I'm gonna have a 5-week-old by the time we get to New York for the St. Lawrence River. And life's gonna look different, but I'm looking forward to it. Idling ledges, that's kind of the name of the game this week. There is a little bit of a shallow bite, but really odds are it's gonna get one offshore at Pickwick. And so I've got a bunch of different rods rigged up for a bunch of different situations, kind of depending on the depth and the school. So I've got the exact same Rapala DT16 that I had tied on at Fork when we finished second. Got that in Big Shad, and that's definitely gonna get a little bit of play. But these schools seem to, like if you catch a couple, they'll kind of break up and then you gotta let them get grouped back up. I mean, they're smart. It's not their first rodeo here at Pickwick Offshore. So switching things up a little bit, and then like as I kind of slow things down, I go with this X-Zone Mega Swammer in Tennessee Shad. And a little trick here, actually throw this on a Tokyo rig with a 3/4 ounce weight. So it gives it a ton of action, and having that weight lower on your swim bait allows it to stay deeper. So you can wind it super slow, speed it up, and it's gonna stay down there on the bottom. And then when the schools really slow down, and this will get some play, is gonna be a drop shot. You know, drop shot Nico rig, throwing the X-Zone, muscle back, fat finesse worm in Southern Sip. I mean, and it's not easy, but they're out there to be caught. We're gonna go get some rest and get after it tomorrow. I'm looking forward to getting back out there. I think we're probably gonna start where we finished off the day, just to see, and then we'll make a transition up the lake and then run back down in the afternoon. So I tricked him. I don't think he'll even keep. He's kind of long. Still inside the top 10. A big key bait for me this week has been an X-Zone Mega Swammer on a VMC Tokyo rig with a 3/4 ounce VMC tungsten slider weight. And this is a really unique thing. Like, this bait wasn't necessarily designed for swim baits. This one was actually designed for flipping. It's got a 4/0 heavy duty flipping hook inside of it, but it does a great job of landing those fish, right? Your hookup ratio is really high because you've got an open hook. And then the other big thing is that everything is free moving, right? So you've got essentially almost like a 3-way swivel. Okay, so we've got one closed ring, we've got a barrel swivel that eliminates all the line twists, and it allows our line angle to change. And that weight below center allows you to keep this bait on the bottom. You can do a lot of things, right? Throw a jig head, you can throw a wobble head, but this is the best way I found to give your bait the most action and keep it on the bottom with the least amount of weight. Won't touch the crankbait anymore. Love it a spoon. Stay down, stay down. That's a pretty decent fish there. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. Keep your mouth shut, keep your mouth shut, keep your mouth shut. Thank you. Thank you, fish. 3.5 pounder. Hey everyone, we are getting ready to rock and roll here at the St. Lawrence River. This is by far one of my favorite places in the entire world to fish. That includes Lake Ontario, but this eastern basin of Lake Ontario, Thousand Islands area, is just incredible. It's full of giant smallmouth. It's got some giant largemouth in it, and it's just beautiful. I'm looking forward to it. Practice when I launched the boat the first day, and I just started idling out of the marina, and I just saw the clear water. This bait is going to be in my hand for the majority of the day. When you guys see me fishing, the X-Zone Hot Shot Minnow has been the key for me. Doesn't matter if it's shallow, deep, dropping on them. That thing has been deadly.
I got a picture.
Bye, Cora. Bye, Cora. Bye, Cora. Leading AOY right now. We know coming into this event that we're already leading. It's a good place to be in, right? You don't have ground to make up. You have the lead. Now we just got to keep it. I got it that time. Gosh, that's so pretty. So pretty. Oh, even more pretty now. Well, don't you know that's a good old smallmouth there, eh? Me and old Bernard, we're just catching us some smallmouths. Oh, there they are. Oh my gosh. They're so big. Oh my gosh. They're all just sitting up there like little sardines. Come on, biggin, go eat it. Those are giants. Oh my gosh, look at that thing. Oh. They're so strong. They're nothing, I mean, they're meat nuggets. What else are you gonna call them? They're meat nuggets. Original Ternity of the meat nugget right here. Gosh, those other ones are just sitting there like, hey, please catch me. Please catch me. Please catch me. Come on. You're so close, you're so close, you're so close, you're so close. Told you how they get bigger in your hand. Oh, St. Lawrence sand slaunch right there. Man, they're being stingy. Oh. Gosh, is that not cool or what? Yeah, you're not a 5 pounder, but you're probably a 4 pounder. There we go. Gosh, you're not nearly as big as I thought you were. It's a decent one, but I thought it was bigger than that, maybe. Oh, look at, I mean, he got that. No. Don't do that. Oh, turn back. I like it. I like the action. I like the tail kick. Got her. Oh, I love you. I love you. I do. Yes, ma'am, I do. That, I mean, does it get any better? Does it get any better than that? I mean, the play-by-play. I need you, Tiff needs you, baby Cora needs you. Oh, that's a wide one. That's a wide one. Yep, I mean, what an incredible day. We had a little over 25 pounds and barely had enough to have a camera tomorrow. We're sitting in 6th place, barely even inside the top 10 with over 25 pounds of smallmouth. I mean, what an incredible place. Caught every single bass that I weighed today on this X-Zone Hot Shot minnow. Paired up to a #1 VMC Redline drop shot hook and a 3/8 ounce VMC tungsten, teardrop tungsten weight. I did catch some on a 1/4 this morning, but 1/4 and 3/8 ounce, those are my two go-tos. 15-pound Cigar Smackdown braid to an 8-pound Tatsu and gold label leader. I mean, Dio Exist 3000, like this setup right here, like literally this exact same one, has won me hundreds of thousands of dollars.
There's one. That feels decent. Oh, come here. Come here, look at that beast. Come here, come here, come here, come here, come here, come here. Oh my gosh, look at that one. Look at that start. That's bigger than anything we had yesterday.
Look at this. This is why that DSR and Exist combo is so important. See that hook? I don't know if you can see that in there. Look at how easy this is. Like, just, I mean, that's why you want that rod bend. Keep pressure on them. She was like one jump away from being gone. Dude, that's a 6er. Called it. It's like 6.01. Yeah! Meat nugget. Oh, my heart is pounding. Those two would help the cause. Got something. That's a big one. That's a big one. I tricked one. Please stay on there. Please stay on there. Come here. Come here. Come here. Stay away from that trolling motor. Come here. Yes! Yes! Golly. We got 5 minutes left. I don't know if she's quite 5, but she's a solid 4.5. She's gonna get rid of the 290. Almost 5 on the dot. In these smallmouth events, it's not judged off of your biggest fish in your bag, it's judged off of your smallest fish. My smallest one was like a 4.5, 4 3/4. What's up, everyone? We are here at Lake Oahe this week. This is a very important week. It is our second to last stop of the Elite Series season. We're leading. It's at least a keeper. Come on. Come on. Where are you gonna go? Oh, you're little. You're little. You're little. You are little. Big one. That's a big one. Come on. Please stay on there. Please. You're getting so few bites. Come on, come on. Just come here. Just come here. Just come here. No, 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 no. I'm not gonna rush you. I'm not gonna rush you. You just come here. No, no. Just give up on it. Give up on it. Yes! They're all that big down there. This place is chock full of smallmouth. Some of the same types of stuff, or a lot of the same smallmouth stuff, right? Hot shot minnows, I'm gonna have one rigged up on a drop shot for when those fish are kind of closer to the bottom. When they get right underneath the boat, these fish will come to the boat. You can see them on your Mega Live. You'll see that bait and they'll come 10, 15 feet up off the bottom.
Yes.
So they can see really well. They're used to feeding up. And I think that's gonna be a big key for this week. What's up, everyone? We have finished our last 3 days of practice for the 2022 season. Tomorrow kicks off the final 4 days of this season. We're still leading the points, and that's about all I know. I don't know by how much. I have not looked. I'm not gonna look. We're gonna leave it at that and see what we can do this week. It's amazing how hard it is to get this close to winning, and it comes down to 4 days of catching bass. Hopefully 4 days. If we make all 4 days, then it'd be really good. If we fish 4 days this week and we get beat, then someone earned it. But man, it's not gonna be an easy one. We're gonna have to grind it out this week and just see what happens. Stay tuned, because it's gonna be interesting. We got 3 in the box, one decent one, not a big one, but. Oh! Look at him. Got him, I got him. Yeah, figure 8 that sucker. Boom! Did you see that? Yes! Oh gosh, and I even didn't jerk it out of his mouth. Ah! How freaking cool was that? Yes! Yeah! I wish you guys could have seen that. Like, that was so freaking cool. $3 1/4. That's almost 12. Yes. Did you see him? You watched it. Yeah, that was so crazy. I've never figure 8'd one on a mag draft before. That swim bait bite today was one of the coolest bites I've had all year long. The fact that that fish actually bit next to the boat, and the fact that I didn't jerk it out of its mouth when it ate it, just like worked out amazingly. So we're gonna start in the same area tomorrow and do those same things, and just hope that things continue to fall into place the way that they're supposed to, and hopefully the way it's supposed to ends with us holding a trophy at the end of this. But I can't be like looking at the leaderboard. I don't know what the point gap is, so it doesn't do me any good to look at the leaderboard. And even if I did know, it doesn't change the way I'm gonna fish tomorrow. Like, I don't have some place I've been saving that I can go catch 15, 16 pounds off of tomorrow. If I catch 15 pounds, it's just gonna happen doing the things that we did today. And I feel like it could happen, but it's just a matter of how many of those 3+ pounders bite, right? Do we have 12? Do we have 13, 14, 15? Just gonna have to go out there and grind away tomorrow. Stay on there, stay on there, stay on there. Get in here. Today was a struggle, but we made it through. We made the cut, went and got our cut ice cream with my family, and got tackle rigged up and ready. It's late, it's dark, it's raining, and we have one more day. One more day to finish out an epic season. And it's, I don't know how tight it is. I still haven't looked at points. I'm not going to. But I'm pretty sure tomorrow we'll decide who wins AOY this year. And we're just gonna have to go out and do our part. I'm gonna change things up a little bit. I'm gonna gamble a little bit in the morning and just go out swinging. I don't wanna have any regrets. I don't wanna second guess anything. I'm just gonna go for it. I don't know what to expect right now. I feel like we should have it. That's what I feel like.
What would it mean to win?
I'll cry like a baby when I get up there if I win.
Today, 15 pounds and an ounce, and officially makes him Progressive Bassmaster Angler of the Year.
Before the first tournament of the year, I'm gonna try to say this without choking up. I slapped an Aaron Martin sticker on my windshield. And there were a lot of times it got really tough this year. And I would turn around and I'd look at that sticker. And it helped every time. Every time it got tough. This whole week I would slap that sticker, or I'd give him Nux to say thank you for everything he's done. Oh, God. Thank you guys for showing up. We're just a bunch of guys fishing for our own money. Without all of you guys watching on Bassmaster.com, with all of you guys that showed up, without the fans, we're not a sport. So thank you guys. The reason I came back to stand on this stage was because of you guys. So this one is just as much for you guys as it is for me and my family and my sponsors. Thank you.
And becomes the 2022 Progressive Bassmaster Angler of the Year, Brandon Palaniuk.
Marathon Peak Performance.